Alright, in this video I'm going to be doing a transmission oil change on this 2019 Honda Civic using Honda's HCF2 fluid. All of these Civics from 2016 to now, the 10th generation Civics, require that you do a transmission fluid change about every 30,000 miles. And more so in frequent use or heavy use. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this started and show you how it's done. Before I do that, don't forget to subscribe. There's a few things you'll need to get this done. One of them is a 3/8 inch ratchet, a cheetah bar. You want some of these crush washers. They're available on Amazon. I'll have a link below in the description. What I'll do is put these in a glove box, and 30,000 miles from now I'll know that I have them so I can do another one. More likely than not I'll lose them and have to order them again. But in any event, you do want to replace the crush washer. First thing we want to do is get the splash shield down and out of the way. I've already done that, got it in my hand. This one's taking a little bit of a beating for some retreads that have come off on the highway. Let me give you a view as to what the drain looks like. Alright, so we're underneath here and you can see we've got a drain. That uses a 3/8 inch socket. You'll probably need a cheetah bar to get it off. On some of the older models, I know at least on the 2016, there's also another bolt up here, which is a fill bolt. This does not have it. So what we'll be doing is draining all of the oil, measuring it, and replacing the exact amount that's been removed. Now, interestingly enough, when I did this with my wife's Civic, the amount that came out was almost exactly 4 quarts. Technically, the fill on this is 3.9 quarts. I think that 1/10 of a quart isn't probably going to hurt anything. Now, let me show you the other area where we'll be filling it at. Let's look at this from a perspective of where we're going to be filling it. There is a plug down there. It's got a little air vent on it. It says HCF2. That is basically a rubber plug. It wiggles out, pushes back in. It's easy to get in and out, but that's where we'll be doing the fill with. So those are the two key areas, really. Like I said, it's as simple as a drain and fill, or oil drain and fill. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, of course, is drain the oil. And what you're looking at right now is a nice fat oil pan. I've actually emptied this oil pan out, and I'm going to go ahead and drain this completely, and then I'm going to measure to see how much oil actually or fluid comes out of this transmission. So I've got a 3/8 socket and a cheetah bar. Move this out of the way temporarily. This is probably going to go everywhere, but we'll find out. There we go. And now time to change gloves. One of the things you'll notice is that there's a bunch of gunk on here. So we'll clean that off. And that's the magnet. All the shavings that are created in that CVT are hopefully stuck on this magnet. But let me go clean that off. We'll get rid of this crush washer, which is firmly on there, and replace the crush washer. Then we'll put this back on and we'll put some oil in there. It's really that easy. Alright, that's about as drained as it's going to get. So I'm going to seal this drain pan up and get it out of the way. And I have a torque wrench I've got the bolt with a fresh washer that's been cleaned up. And I've got a torque wrench set to 36 foot-pounds, which is what this should be at. And that's it, 36 foot-pounds. Clean that up. And I did it with minimum spill, which is really, really good. Alright, well, let's get back to adding. I'll show you what I'm going to do to measure the oil that came out and add it. In this segment, you're going to see me measuring the oil, and the reason for that is there is no fill plug in the bottom of the transmission. There is one on the top, but normally the fill plug in the bottom of the transmission is what you would use to put the fluid in and check to make sure that you have enough fluid. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a quart in there. Genuine Honda HCF2. Got my spigot, but let me show you exactly how I'm going to get this done. So as you can guess, we've let the car cool down. I did drive it because I wanted to get it warmed up, but that just pops right out, makes it somewhat easy, and this goes right in there. So now we have a way to put oil in there. And at this point, it's this simple. Always nice to take a peek down there and make sure it's not going everywhere. We'll let that sit there. Now, about measuring, let's go ahead and go through that. So I've got a measuring cup specifically to do stuff like this. Don't use one out of the kitchen. I don't think the wife or significant other would appreciate it very much, and you're probably poisoning yourself, but just get a cheap one at Walmart or something. And I'll do is I'll pour out a quart at a time. I've got the container that we drained it out of. Let's take this off. And what I've done is I've poured out 1 quart exactly. And at this point what I'll do is I'll put 1 quart back into the empty container. And we'll go on now, add another quart, do the same thing. After I get 3 quarts done, I'll measure the last one carefully just to see if it'll take the full quart or not, and then go from there. Alright, so I've got 3 quarts in the car. I'm going to measure the last bit of fluid that's left in here, and we'll see exactly how much came out of the vehicle. Four quarts. So 4 quarts. Actually, there's a little bit more than 4 quarts in there. So, which is interesting because the spec calls for 3.9. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put that last bit of oil in there, and we'll seal it up. Alright, there is one last thing we need to do, and that's put this plug back in. I'm just going to give it a quick wipe down. So I thought that little piece on the top might have been an air vent. It's not. It's solid, so it's probably just a way to grab it and pull it up when you need to fill in the oil. And that slid right in there. Now there's one last thing we need to do before we seal this all up and call it done. Alright, the last step before we seal it up is take it through the gears. I'm going to go through about 4 or 5 seconds in each gear, go all the way down to gear shift and all the way back up. just to make sure the fluid's circulating correctly. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Put it in reverse. Neutral, which is nothing. Neutral. Drive. Super. And the S. Low. S again. Drive. Reverse. But this is done. I'm going to seal up the bottom of it, put the splash guard back on, and take it for a test drive. I hope this video has been helpful to you. If it has, hit share, like, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.